Did he hit somebody?
Yeah.
Oh, no shit. Everybody turn everything down, man. Start the sharing.
Let's go. Let's go.
About to get in this piece. Why did my phone go?
He'll go live on you and don't say shit, Black Will.
I know. We live right now, man. People be watching the pre-show. Come on, man.
He's out of control.
Got to pay attention, dog.
I'm on it.
He started trying to catch you off guard.
Yeah, I don't know why.
You don't know why you trying to catch us
Hey,
off
boy.
guard.
Hey, Chiefs touchdown, dude. Xavier Worthy just got his first touchdown in the NFL.
Already?
Yep.
Patrick Mahomes, bro, y'all got one of the best quarterbacks in ever.
Nah, they ran it in, bro.
Oh, the running back?
Nah, he's a wide receiver. They did like a flea flicker, and dude came around and got that ball, and this Xavier Worthy. Xavier Worthy.
We're here.
Fastest dude in the NFL.
Hey man, share your what's the name? My brother. Man, stop.
Who you talking to?
Come on, man. I'm hearing your back. I'm hearing your background. All right, man. We about to get it started. Those of you guys that's tapped in, we appreciate you. Whose thing is loud? Who's loud? That me?
That's you.
It's got to be you, bro.
That's you the only one close.
I'll be talking about y'all. It'll be me. All
Be true.
right, man. We about to get this show started. It's going to be a heck of a show. Got a lot to talk about.
You know,
1 hour. 1 hour.
No, for real.
It's going to be 1 hour?
1 hour, Fuel.
Shit.
If we got guests, I can see 2 with 1 hour.
Without
2 hours.
Everybody watching in. All right, don't forget to share, y'all.
2 hour.
Why are things coming out to me this way? The same reason.
Just forget the parade, and all the reasons start to fade.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Reasons, the show where you can give your reasons why you think what you feel about what we're talking about today. We should know this, man. We say no.
Dear brother, how do y'all deal with erectile dysfunction when you're in a relationship?
I wouldn't know how to do it unless I had it. And remember, if they're talking about you behind your back, they behind you for a reason. Peace. I love y'all.
What's up? We're in the house, man, and it's about that time, y'all. It's Reasons on Fired Up Thursdays, and I'm your boy Fuel in the house.
Fat boy in the building, you already know what type of time we on. We here.
It's what's up.
Black live in the place to be. Let's go.
Indeed. What's up, fellas, man? How's everything going, man?
Man, I'm good, man. I'm happy to be here with you fellas today, man.
I hear you had a nice little last week lately. You want to share?
No, I don't know what this man talking about, bro. Hey. No, what you talking about? I did go out with the girls though. We went to Vegas.
I see you had something to share, man.
We went to Vegas to the Astro. It's not called Astrodome. To the Venture Dome. This man crazy.
Venture Dome?
Yeah. It got some nice little rides in there too. I got a time to hang out with the girls though. They did their thing.
Oh, okay.
They argued their ass off, but that's a whole nother story for a whole.
You talking about in Vegas?
Yeah.
You took it on
at Circus?
At a circus. Yeah, that was actually my first time really. I went there when I was younger, but you know, my parents, we wasn't riding all them rides. They wasn't buying wristbands.
They wasn't acting up in Circus, were they?
No. It was, they just argue. Girls argue.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
But no, it was cool. They did well. They did really well. Mm-hmm. Hey, cousin. My cousin just jumped in.
Cousin in the house. What's up?
Great time. Being a girl dad is different, y'all. You know.
Oh yeah.
Yourself, so you understand.
Oh yeah.
Being a girl dad is crazy. They different, but it was it was interesting in the sense of they got this. It's a nice little theme park in there.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice little rides. I had a ball.
Oh, okay.
And we rode pretty much everything, even the baby stuff.
Oh,
We all had a little fun, and yeah, it was cool. With the Texas Roadhouse after my youngest, that's her favorite little spot. So yeah, that's one of my spots too. So
okay, that's what's up. Oh yeah, all you guys is tapping in, all you guys that be watching and don't comment. Y'all can comment. We can talk to y'all. Don't worry about it. Just join in on the conversation. You know what I'm saying? We keep it real. You know what I'm saying? You got 3 down to earth brothers that basically, you know what I'm saying, can be very open and non-judgmental about, you know, whatever you say here. You know, all your secrets are safe with us. Shh.
I know for real though. I won't tell you so.
That's what's up, man. Before we get started, man, I want to go ahead and give a shout out and actually prayers out to the victims, man, at the school shooting in Winder, Georgia. Winder, Georgia. That's Winder, Georgia. Yeah. You know, it's a senseless crimes going on out there, or actually, period, in these schools. And I kind of want to just touch on a little bit, man. Basically, for one, what happened, and the young man that basically started this whole ordeal, or was the shooter, I think was by the name of Colt Gray. And he's been charged for felony murder after police say he killed 4 people with an AR-style rifle at the school. How he get a rifle like this, you guys, it's ridiculous. 14. Last year, they basically, you know, had him and his father questioned because there was something posted online that he was actually threatening the school in this senseless act to do something like this. We wonder like what it is that we can do or what should be done, you know. And sometimes it's kind of like, I don't understand why, if you have a kid that's even remotely talking about it, threatening, letting them back into school, period. They got homeschooled. Let them stay at home. You know, if you got kids, if you got guns, if you got, you know, whatever in your house, and even if it's locked up, yes, there's still accessible for them to get to. Yeah, what they do? Break it? Unless you got the, you know, the trigger lock thing or whatever you put on your guns or whatever, you know. But then also from what I've read, you guys, that the father had bought the kid a gun for Christmas in December. So, you know, I don't know. A part of me telling me, man, I'm thinking that the parents are responsible as well and need to do time themselves.
They arrested the father today.
That's what I'm talking about. Good looking out. I'm proud.
They arrested the father. They arrested the father today and charged him with murder.
Good.
They did?
Mm-hmm.
On what cause? On what grounds?
Because he should have locked the guns up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you know. A few months ago, there were 2 parents in Ohio, I think, that got charged and they got convicted because they.
Remember that? Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be the precedent going forward. Is that if your kid does something like that, they are going to charge the parents, especially if it's the parent's gun.
Good.
They're going to charge the parents.
Good. That's what's up. That's what need to be happening.
I like that.
Yeah, that's what need to be happening. But also, like I said, if they have kids, you know, we get on news or people get on the news or whatever, and even the politicians and stuff where we have to do something about this or whatever. There's a real simple question. Don't let them go to the school. Or answer. That's a question. Answer. Don't let them go to the school. Go homeschool.
Well, there's a certain political party that's more worried about banning books than banning guns.
Yeah.
Well, of course.
Well, you see why.
But they all, when things like this happen, they always are the ones that saying, you know, we need
thoughts
to
and
try
prayers,
to do
thoughts and prayers. Yeah.
What did you say? What's her name? Is it Maisha? Is that right?
Yeah, Maisha.
Read that, fat boy.
She said, did you hear the 14-year-old student who was on the news and he thanked God that he wasn't struck? It was very touching to hear how he referenced God. Sad they even had to go through it. I agree.
Exactly.
I agree.
Exactly.
I think this. I'm first condolences to the family. But I'll say this. I'm convinced that it's an agenda going, man. Every time around election season, it's something like this going on. And the fact that they knew a year ago that this kid was planning to do this, it's starting. It's really starting to add up. It's starting to look so conspiracy theory that it's starting to look real. You get what I'm saying? It's starting to be believable.
Exactly.
Because it's like, if me, an African-American man, said I would shoot anything up 2 days ago, they'd be at my door already.
Right.
And so we have to stop even letting them play on our emotions in the sense of gun control or in the sense of all of these. No, this is just neglect. This is neglect on parents. This is neglect on the policy holders. This is neglect on the FBI. This is neglect on the police. Right? This is what this is. And constantly, every time, this is what's really beginning to show that it's really just the neglect of parents. It's the neglect of society, right? It's the constant neglect of these people. But I think these are splinter cells, man. I think they sent. If you look at these pictures of these people, man, they look like Manchurian candidates. And I know I'm reaching, but it just seems so odd that in a red state, a white guy shoots a Mexican and a black. You get what I'm saying? Right? It's too right on point. And it goes back to what we've been talking about. If you guys voting for the orange man, this the kind of behavior that's going on around in them parts, man.
Right.
I'm done. That's it.
Well, no, you hit on some very good points, and they posted something on Twitter that like even had me tearing up. They had a 16-year-old girl that was inside the school when the shooting was going on, and she literally texted her mother saying that I know I haven't been the best daughter. I'm sorry. I love you.
Yeah, that's tough.
It is.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
That's tough to hear. That's tough to see that these kids in school can't go to school and just worry about going to school.
Yeah,
exactly.
Facts.
You know, I mean, and for a mother to have to see that's some sad stuff.
Yeah, man.
Well, once again, our prayers goes out to those victims and families.
Yep, for real.
Hope they get through this well, and like I said, I hope they can take the advice. Y'all share this with your friends
together.
To if you got kids or whatever that you know that's threatening schools and stuff like that, take them out of that school. There we got homeschooling now that you can do or whatever, and keep that badass kid at home. You know what I'm saying? That's my advice.
Just get them the help they need and stop having guns in your house if that happens.
And stop spreading hate in your home. That's really what it is. Guns don't kill people. Stupid people with guns kill people. It will always be the same. It will always be the same. You have to stop teaching hate in your household.
True.
And then giving them firearms. What?
Right. Exactly.
That's stupid. That's stupid. It don't make no sense. And they ought to be ashamed. I'm glad he's going to jail.
Right.
We're gonna have two new Aryan brotherhoods, but that's okay.
Right. What's up, Nick? Nick's in the house. What's up with you, Nick?
Hey, Nick, what's
notifications aren't working. What do you mean notifications? How'd you know we hear these?
Did you hit that bell? You got to hit that bell.
Right. But anyway, well, if his notification ain't working on our end, Nick, share it. All right. What else? Oh, well, of course y'all see what's happening too. Chief season. It's KC time, baby. We about to go. You know what I'm saying? I know. Look at Fat Boy. You know, so he's outnumbered here right now. You see where his picture is? Is between two KC Chiefs. You know what I'm saying? Don't get tackled.
Hey, that was crazy.
I know, right?
Hey, listen, man.
It's KC time, baby.
I'm a Mahomes fan, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a Mahomes fan.
See, you can't help but be a Mahomes fan, dog. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the man do his thing. You know what I'm saying? So you know, good luck to the Chiefs this season. You know what I'm saying? I think we're gonna make our mark again.
Rams is coming.
We're gonna make a
My
Larkin
Rams
man.
and the Chargers.
Oh yeah. But I mean, I'm in LA, so I can't. I don't know about the Chargers. Well, Chargers used to have a defense that used to be like bomb, but now I don't know. It's hard. It's hard for me to get online. When your kids are lonely or stay in their room, no friends, check on them.
No,
That's
for
what
real.
Nick says. Yes,
I mean,
that's
your
absolutely.
son's a cornball.
How's everything doing? How are you? Oh, mom's. Hey, mom.
Hey,
what's
Mama.
up? You in the house? All right. Make sure y'all share. Like I said, my
Hey.
notification is not working. You know what I'm saying? Share and tap in and come in on the conversation. All right. All right, man. I guess we want to start off and just get history and blackness
Yeah, let's get to it.
going real quick.
Chargers suck. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's just because they left y'all. Don't get mad, Nick. Get glad.
I know, right? All right, man.
All right.
So it's that time of the show, real quick. We about to get in the history of blackness, and you know who else to ask but the man in the middle, Mr.
Fat boy in the building. You already know. No,
Oh, fat
My
boy.
button wasn't working. That's what I was trying.
What you got? We can't even hear no clapping.
History and black man. History of
Hey,
blackness.
look here. Hey, get your friend, man. Get your cousin, Black Lip. Hey,
Look, man, look.
Today, our history in blackness is going to be Cornel West. Cornel West, born in 1953 in Tulsa, Oklahoma, is a renowned philosopher, political activist, and scholar known for his profound contributions to African American studies, social justice, and critical theory. After graduating magna cum laude from Harvard University in 1973 with a degree in Near Eastern language and civilization, West went to earn a PhD in philosophy from Princeton University in 1980, becoming the first African American to achieve this distinction at Princeton. His academic career includes prestigious positions at Harvard, Princeton, and the Union Theology Seminary, where his work has focused on race, class, and social justice. West's scholarships is heavily influenced by the Black prophetic traditions, Marxist theory, and his deep commitment to addressing systematic inequality, capitalism, and moral obligations within society. West is perhaps best known for his influential book, Race Matters, in 1993, which establishes him as a leading public intellectual. Throughout his career, he has combined academic rigor and grassroots activism, advocating for rights and marginalizing communities and speaking out against war, police brutality, and economic injustice. His work continues to shape public discourse on race and democracy, and he remains a central figure in social and political activism. His top 5 accomplishments are the authoring of Race Matters in 1993, of course, being one of the first people to graduate from Princeton to receive his PhD, and a presidential nominee.
No, didn't he?
Did he step down?
Wasn't he going to try to?
No, he's currently running for president now.
Running for president.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still in.
Wow, I never heard that.
Yeah.
He's still in. Yeah.
Get out of here. What is it?
No,
What?
nope. He's still in.
He's independent?
Yeah.
Oh, that's why.
Shout out Cornel West, man.
He's a very smart man. I mean, highly intelligent.
Hear what?
Highly intelligent, but him and this he's going to end up taking votes away from Kamala Harris if he makes it, even if he makes it on the ballot, because he's really not going to make it on many ballots, but he is still running as an independent.
Would you say he's going to take votes from her?
Yeah.
But what can they give their votes to people who they want?
No,
They can write in any place that he's actually on the ballot, or they can write his name in.
Yeah, and essentially it just takes votes away from the masses,
Okay.
right? Because his vote, because he's not going to win.
Right, because he's an independent. No independent candidate has ever won, so basically he has no chance to win.
Yeah.
So what he's doing is he's taking votes away from people that would probably more than likely vote for Kamala than the orange man.
Because that's what I was going for. I ain't gonna lie to you. until it got real serious with this book.
Who's Slow to Love? Thanks for joining us, Slow to Love. Who's Slow to Love? What's been said about the shooter's mental health? What has been said about the shooter's mental health? Do you guys know?
So I mean, they said that he was a loner, and he like most of the time he just answered with like one word answers, and he wasn't he like skipped school a lot, and he wasn't in class that much. So yeah, that was what they were saying about him. I mean, he fit the profile of a school shooter, basically.
Wow. And then we still couldn't avoid it from happening.
No, wow. It's not. No.
Wow.
No.
That's something else. Nick said, I'm a San Diegan, born and raised, never will be a Charger fan. Good. Because your man's a Chief. You know what I'm saying?
That's okay.
That's right. Yeah, Greg's a KC too. You know what I'm saying? Hey, all right, man. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Y'all ready to get into it, man? What we going first? Let's go with are you creating space for your partner to truly heal? And we actually got a little video on that, so we can actually, you know, kind of talk off of what these guys have said. I've and if you guys see this, I've also hashtag or at, you know, the people, because I want to show love to those that actually posted these videos. You know what I mean? And I want to seem like I'm, you know, stealing nothing from them or whatever. So I want to give them recognition for what they've done or whatever, as far as, you know, these type of conversations. So, you know, when you see this video, you know what I'm saying, they are aware that I'm playing the video. All right. I said, all right.
All right.
Play the video. And make sure the volume up on the damn video too, Phil.
I might have been stalling time. Hold up, man. All right.
Was Jamaica Daniels your wife? How was she instrumental in that 2014 season where you can't really think?
I want wives to hear me with this. She wasn't very instrumental in the healing process. She was instrumental in creating an environment where I could heal. She couldn't fix my brokenness started before I met her. No matter how much she loved me, she couldn't. She didn't break it. She couldn't heal it. But what she could do was provide an environment where I didn't feel judged or emasculated for being human. Created an environment where I didn't feel like her view of me was based on our financial status. So I never felt like I gotta get it because she want to have it. She never put that pressure on me. That's why right now she can get whatever she want.
What I say, man. I'm gonna let you start off there, Fat Boy. There's an echo in the video, you said, so it was not heard very well. Damn, is it too loud? Man, me and sound, dude. I can't do everything.
Phil been over here foolishness over there. Run the video back so the people in the back can hear.
Let me see what the people say first. Oh, Jill's there. Oh, okay. What's up, Jill?
Hey, Jill. What's happening? Oh, it is an echo. It's an echo.
Okay.
Yeah, I told you that's yeah.
All right, guys. It was an echo, so I'm gonna play it one more time. Run it back. All right. Sorry about that.
How was Jamaica Daniels your wife? How was she instrumental in that 2014 season where you can't really think?
I want wives to hear me with this. She wasn't very instrumental in the healing process. She was instrumental in creating an environment where I could heal.
Still echoing, but not as bad.
She couldn't fix my brokenness started before I met her. No matter how much she loved me, she couldn't. She didn't break it. She couldn't heal it. But what she could do was provide an environment where I didn't feel judged or emasculated for being human. Created an environment where I didn't feel like her view of me was based on our financial status. So I never felt like I gotta get it because she want to have it. She never put that pressure on me. That's why right now she can get whatever she want.
Y'all get that? Is that better?
Mhm.
Okay. Fat Boy, start off.
I thought we was gonna start off with the married man.
Well, I tell you this. All right, let's start off with this because one of the things I wanted to do, I wanted to read a comment of some of the people that actually was on there, and which one was it? William? Yeah. I am Kelly Ware. She said she didn't break it. Wait a minute. She didn't break it, so she couldn't heal it, no matter how much she loved me. Ladies, please hear this. Your love should not attempt to fix what you didn't break. Rather, it should compel you to provide a safe space for him to journey the wholeness. Attempting to heal him will only set you up for unnecessary heartbreak. When you learn to love him correctly, you protect the relationship and preserve the heart, so you have the capacity to love him even more. Did y'all get that? Or did I? Okay, I know I kind of started a little bit in between, but I just want to.
No, we got it.
Right. And then shout out to I am Kelly Ware. I wanted to shout out to her too for that because it made sense to me. What do you guys think?
Black Lift, man, come on, because I know you're gonna bring a perspective, and then I'm gonna go with it.
No, I mean we've talked about this before many times in our shows in the past. The number one thing is that everybody, when you come into a relationship, there's always going to be some kind of PTSD based on what happened in the past.
Mm-hmm.
And the number one thing that you can do is just allow that person to deal with that PTSD in their own time.
Mm-hmm.
Don't rush them. Don't force it. Don't try to. A lot of times people try to like smother.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They try to smother somebody, be like, okay, I'm loving you. I'm loving you. I'm trying to love you. I'm loving you. Okay, that's really not going to do anything. Just like that statement said, you just have to provide them with the space to heal themselves and don't judge them. Don't look down on them. Don't think that they're less of a man or a woman, based on what they tell you. Because the worst thing that you can do, and my wife and I, we talk about this all the time, the worst thing that you can do is let somebody tell you something and then you use it against them in another conversation later.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that happens a lot.
Yes.
All the time.
Yes.
It happens all the time. So basically that's going to allow somebody to not want to open up and have that frank conversation with you and be honest with you and be open with you, because they're going to feel like, well, shit, they're going to use it against me later. So why would I even tell them this kind of stuff?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, that's yeah, you have to make sure that you allow someone to tell you something and just let it end there. Don't carry it forward into your next argument, your next conversation or whatnot. Just address it at that time and stop, using stuff against people.
So just recognize it.
Exactly.
Just recognize it. That's something, a part of them that needs to heal.
Exactly.
But instead of, are you saying also not to be too opinionated to what they say? You know what I'm saying? Or what they tell you? You know what I mean?
You shouldn't. You just like that man said, you didn't break me, so you can't fix me.
That part.
So you giving me your opinion, how you gonna give me your opinion of something that's already broken?
That you don't know.
Exactly. So you can't go back in time and fix something like that. It's just not gonna happen. The best thing you can do is just listen.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, boy, what you got?
All right. I thought you was gonna pass around. I totally agree, Black Lip. I think that a great thing that he said, two things that was very important. That she didn't break him, so she couldn't fix him, both ways, in the sense of, you said it, but in the sense of that he has a form of acknowledgement, right? That he did have some past PTSD that she really couldn't help with. But I thought that what was really pivotal is the way that he explained the space that she created, right? And I think that in a relationship, the the importance is in the space and not the damage. I think that if you allow the space, you can slowly allow a person to heal, because like you said, now if I'm not feeling judgmental, I'm a little more vulnerable, right? I'm a little more transparent. I'm able to pull some things out of the closet a little more. But if I think that you're going to hold those things against me, then I'm a little apprehensive, right? And the space is just not safe. And I dealt with that a lot. I've dealt with that a lot because we're not doing that, right? I've dealt with that a lot in the past. And I know how that feels when you're in a relationship and you're trying to create a space.
Hey, y'all come look at this.
But the same space is not being created for you.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And so I think that it's very important that both partners, right? Not just the man, it was speaking from a man's perspective, but I think as a husband as well, creating a space for your wife to be able to be vulnerable with you, to be able to be held, to be loved, and things like that. I think that was a major part of us for the success of a relationship. Is that both people create a space. I think it goes back to what Black Lift said about a week ago about doing that hour, right? If we could just have that hour in the beginning when we come home, creating that space, right? In the sense of, all right, well, we're not going to bring our bad days home with us, but we're going to make sure that we talk about it though, right? And we're not going to inflict that on the relationship. So I think that it's very important as men that we learn how to accept the space as well.
Right.
And not be afraid of it.
Okay.
How you feel? Yes, sir.
I mean, y'all already hit it on the button. I mean, y'all really just hit it on the button. There's not much more for me to even say. I'll just go to comments.
All right, let me show the comments.
Jill said I was about broken when I met my husband now. He gave me space to continue to find myself.
Okay. See what I mean? Great answer, Jill.
When do you know that you're not crowding them and giving them enough space? Got y'all thinking, eh?
I think when they start to express a certain level of vulnerability and transparency. And I think it goes back to what
when they open up more, you saying?
Yeah, my man Black Lip always say, when you begin to listen to understand instead of listening to respond, you're gonna catch on to all the cues that you need to, right? And then you will know that it's your time to show up emotionally. It's your time to show up physically, or it's your time just to shut up and listen, right? And as a man who's been through, right, what Black Lift has been through, he has an understanding of that and what that means and the importance of it, and he explains that on the show all the time. So shout out to you, Jill.
That's what's up.
So so probably the number one thing is you need to be able to listen to feedback and not get upset. You know what I mean? As men, sometimes it's hard for us to take something and not get butthurt about it. You know what I'm saying? When they give you feedback and they tell you back off, let me deal with something like this. Just suck it up
and back your ass up
and back the hell up. You know what I'm saying? Just let it go. And then when you come back, don't be mad about it. A lot of times, unfortunately, we as men, we like, man, well, hell, she didn't want to talk to me. So, whatever, forget it. You have to learn to don't take everything personally, because once again, it's not you, it's the situation.
Right. Just a question. Was it just a video though echoing, or is it us echoing? I think it was just a video.
That was just a video at that point.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure. Okay. Nick said, I'm a fix-it person. So I found out with my history, you can't be a fixer. You have to allow them to fix them. Be there, be a listener. Don't opinionate, just listen. Yeah, and sometimes some people are, some people do try to fix who they're with, and it backfires on them. You know what I mean? And when you're in a relationship that you know what their past history is and not giving them that space to heal from that, like y'all were saying, it's doomed to crash. The relationship doomed to crash.
Burn.
Yeah, because
You're gonna
if
get
you're
somebody like me.
yeah, because if you're not giving that space and you're basically how can I put it? Say for instance, if I had a traumatic time or whatever, and I've told you about it, and you see that that I may be thinking this is why we're arguing. You know what I'm saying? I may be thinking like, or you might be thinking like, well, he had that argument. He told me about this, about whoever he was with that he was going through. You know what I mean? And he's arguing with me with it, whatever. And then you, knowing that, lashes at him. It's not going to heal anything. It's going to it's going to evolve. It's going to make it big, and it's going to make it just exactly. It opens up those wounds or whatever, So the best thing is to what? Basically, back off. Let them, figure it out. Think about it. You know what I'm saying? Because like Nick saying or whatever, you know what I'm saying? If she was like a fix-it person, oh my God, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like because you have a good heart and you want somebody to be better or whatever, you really can't fix the past for them. You really can't. What was you gonna say, Fat Boy?
I was gonna say, Slow to Love says sometimes the person's brokenness is very heavy, and it's almost impossible to create a space for someone with such damage. I agree, right, to a certain extent, but I think if you're trying to force the space, right, I think if you allow them to release the damage, I think that it's a different outcome. I think a lot of times we want people to heal on our time, right? We want them to not be broken when we feel that they shouldn't be broken anymore. And it don't work like that. It takes people a long time. Me and my therapist talked about that. Like, it took me 1.5 years, y'all, and I thought things was wrong with me. And she just was like, there's no timetable on this. And anybody that's with you and trying to force you to be on a timetable doesn't understand that, and they don't understand emotional intelligence. So are you creating a space for them? Because a person that's broken can always be fixed, right? I think that we, as a society, we say, well, this person is so broken as if they can't be fixed. But it happens all the time where a person was in a relationship extremely broken, then go to another place where a space was created, and then before you know it, they're blossoming into something great. Look at our brother Black Lift.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it happens all the time. So I agree with you to an extent where a person can be so toxic and broken to the where they don't want to do better and they don't want to grow, then that's a different topic. But I think someone who's very, very broken and extremely damaged who wants to grow could still produce great fruit.
You opened up the good question. Yeah. For instance, if someone do have that and they're, like you said, and they're not willing to open up, because it works both ways.
It does.
It works both ways.
Does.
The person that's been through it has to be willing to be, because you can't judge that person that's with you from your past, neither. You know what I'm saying? Even though you have a past, you have, things that happened in the past, you can't judge the person with you for that. And a lot of people, they get in a relationship, and just because this person may be doing certain things that, that they've experienced through somebody else, and they automatically judge and jump to it. Like, you acting just like, my ex-boyfriend, blah, 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 or whatever, and I can't take, so one or two things is going to happen. Either you're going to have to step back or you're going to have to leave. You see what I'm saying?
I agree.
You're going to have to step back or you're going to have to leave because
it's never going to grow.
It's never going to grow.
I agree.
Anytime if that person's constantly reminding you, once you told him, you remind me, he's not trying to fix him. You know what I'm saying? And you're constantly going to have this problem because your mind is already set to, like, I'm not going through what I've already been through, and you know what I've been through. But yet you're going to continue to act like the person that I've been with before. That's not, you know what I'm saying?
Because it becomes unfair to the person coming up, right? I think that, and this is something that I'm learning, and that's why I'm single and enjoying being single, taking my time in the sense of you can't do that to a person, right? In the sense of bring your past baggage into the relationship, in the sense of not wanting to change. And then also you can't be judgmental of someone's past baggage coming into it, because guess what? You have past baggage as well, right? I think we have a bunch of people running around here like we all so healed, right? And we all have so much emotional intelligence, and I'm so accountable for the things that I say, and I'm not manipulative with my movements, and I'm not mean in some time, right? Or anything, or I'm not immature, or as a man, I don't act sensitive. You know what I'm saying? Like all of these things, but we come in and be like, oh, she broken.
Right.
She broken, and I don't know what about these broken women, or I don't know about these broken men. They can't be broken. And it's like, are you really here for them, or are you here for only your benefit only? Because if you truly here for them, creating a space with them was like Black Lift says, listen to what they saying. Understand, okay, it ain't time to talk. Baby just need to vent. Okay, I understand that. And then when she coming in for some guidance, he got it for her. Even if she don't do what he said, right? He's still there, and he's not taking offense to that. And that takes a level of understanding of the relationship, and understanding the goal of the relationship. So you also have to enter into the relationship of what is your purpose and what is your goal for y'all, for the success of y'all relationship, or the outcome of y'all relationship.
Love says, in a situation like that, a person may need to go and get professional help and not rely on their spouse who is unknowing to do it.
I agree. That's a great point.
And that's a good point right there.
No, I agree.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
They have to be willing, and that goes to say too what I was just saying. You know, if that's a constant thing with your relationship, get help. You know what I'm saying? Get somebody that you can talk to professionally or whatever, if you really want to save that relationship. You know, because sometimes, like you said, the thing can be going on and you just not realizing that, or not recognizing that this is something that's going to blow up and at the end, and you're not going to be together. And you truly love that person. You know what I mean? So thanks, Slow to Love for that comment. I appreciate that comment. Definitely get some help. Exactly. Jill says slow to love. Oh, true. Sometimes it isn't the right fit or a right time for a relationship.
That's important.
Ooh, recognizing that it's just not a right fit.
That's
exactly.
That's important.
And that's what I was telling, Fat Boy, about your last relationship. That, you know what I'm saying? It regardless of how much you love that person, hey, it wasn't meant to be, my guy.
Yeah. I'm coming to terms with that slowly every day. No, all jokes aside.
What if you have somebody though? What if you have a friend that basically constantly telling you, you know what I'm saying, that what their spouse is doing, and I mean, but you tell if you the one to tell them that you're maybe y'all just not need to be together, whatever, you know what I'm saying. Although you're not in their situation, you're not living with them, you don't know how they doing their bills or how how they are benefiting in some ways, but you tell them y'all just not a good fit,
right? I mean, so it's funny that there's people that we know in our lives right now that's in that right now.
Exactly.
That are going, they're people are going to couples counseling and this and this and this and you 4 or 5 years in this relationship and you still going to counseling and stuff still ain't right.
Right.
So at what point do you just decide to give up?
Exactly.
And that's a difficult thing to come to terms with, especially when people's lives get intertwined and like, okay, well, we this and we that and everything. So, what do you do? And so that's something that's very difficult to try to figure out.
Yeah. And it makes it difficult for the friend too.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? Because sometimes, you know, and although I'm a type of person, I'm gonna listen to you, and I'm a, you know, maybe, you know, certain times I ain't gonna give certain opinions, because if I've already given you my opinion once and you're still complaining about the same thing, then it's on you. It's on you to figure it out from that point. You already got my opinion, you know what I'm saying? But it's on you from that point or whatever. And some people, you know, like I said, stay in it just for other reasons, you know, and it's not going to last long. At least I wouldn't think it, but, you know, I could be wrong. What we got? Something like misery. Nick says some people like misery and drama. So again, to each his own to fix themselves. True.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it is, you know, and it's terrible that we have to.
But you can also create a space for them to, you know what I mean, to allow them to heal.
Slow Love say, yeah, maybe you keep some things to yourself. Exactly. You know what I mean? If you got that complaint or whatever, might as well just keep it to yourself sometimes. You know what I mean? Especially if you don't want true opinions, you know.
Right.
That's what I say. True friends tell each other the truth. It may be a shoot the messenger, but okay. True, Jill. Who we got else? Who we got here? Tread lightly when speaking about one. Exactly.
Facts.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because then next thing you know, no longer friends with that person.
No, for real.
Just because you gave your opinion.
I usually this is my thing.
Mm-hmm.
This is my thing. I'll tell you, but I'm always trying to, you know, especially for men, I'm always trying to give you the best advice to encourage you to stay with your woman.
Mm-hmm.
But if she ain't shit, I'm gonna tell you.
Mm-hmm.
And vice versa. But my cousin, me and my cousin talk about relationships all the time. She'll tell you I'm always for trying to work things out or trying different angles of it. But in the same sense, I do get frustrated when it's like, damn, you can't figure it out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I do understand when I couldn't figure it out.
Yeah.
Shit.
Latrice,
So I know how I feel.
Latrice,
What's up,
appreciate you.
sis? That's my sister.
She said, yes, Phil, I have a friend like that right now. Everyone around see that it's over, but by yet, you still complaining. You mean, but yet you're still complaining.
Yeah, so the relationship's over, but she's still complaining about stuff the other person's doing. And I'm like, if you at that point, you done already checked out, and you need to go on ahead and you know, go on ahead and make that break.
Yeah. And sometimes, you know, that can escalate to bigger and worse things as well. You know, that's how a lot of domestic violence work, because you just didn't have the gall to leave, you know what I mean? And then they escalated into something bigger, and now you know what I'm saying, it turns into something else. So definitely be careful with that, man. All right, man. What's you? Nice comments, y'all. Thank y'all for the comments. We appreciate y'all. Continue to share, continue to comment. Let's get into this next one. Now y'all got another video. I hope it sounds all right. I am gonna let y'all hear this, and y'all let me know what y'all think. This is the next topic, y'all. We talking about do you believe there's only a small amount of good men for women? Y'all women on here, do you believe there's only a small amount of good men for women? But let's hear what some of the people are saying out there. Oh, shoot. Why you Fat Boy laugh? You already
know.
Okay, here we go, y'all.
There's not a big pool of good men.
That's a lie.
That's not a lie.
That is a lie.
That's not a lie. You tell me.
Listen, there's not a lot of good men who want y'all. I'm clapping for myself. Where the good man at? Like they hiding under a rocker in a cave. They everywhere. They at the gas station. They at Costco. They at Equinox. They at the bank. They walking right past you, and you don't show up on their radar because of the way you are. They're gonna walk right by you. Your pretty face ain't gonna go too far because everybody's pretty. That's a prerequisite. So if that's all you got to offer, we're not looking at you. But there's plenty good men. They just don't want your ass. I ain't never heard no woman say, I know I ain't shit. When have you ever heard a woman admit to not being shit? She'll say, this man ain't shit, he ain't shit, he was bad, he was bad, he was bad, he was bad. But for the most part, every woman think they're a good woman. What makes you a good woman? Who's auditing that you're a good woman? You are auditing yourself. Why don't you ask your exes what they think? Because all your relationships diminished and ended in turmoil.
Hey, grow up, Phil.
What?
Hey, get your cousin, bro.
Hey, Woody, was that an echo? Wasn't no echo, was it?
No, I wasn't no echo, man. But that's some clickbait bullshit, man. Why you gonna play that, man?
Y'all really think so?
I think so.
Y'all think that's clickbait?
I think that they did that stuff just to rile up a bunch of women and to start some crap, because like the first thing they went to is good men out here. They don't want your ass.
Hey, that shit had me in tears. Hey, no.
I mean, some people may think that.
Man,
he trying to spin this shit up.
I know, man. He trying to start some stuff.
Hey, you see,
I'm not trying to.
cousin is crazy, man.
I'm not trying to start that.
He's so immature, man. That's the level of maturity for me, bro.
Why do you believe there's only small amount of good men?
It's funny. It's funny that
Quit laughing at me, man.
I don't believe that there's a small amount of good men. I think that there's good men and women out here in general. It's just based on what you're looking for. I think that, all jokes aside, I thought it was funny, and that's kind of how me and my buddies be talking amongst each other. It's so fucking funny to see it on camera.
Right.
It's hilarious because it's so childish, right? But I understood where he was going with it, but I'm kind of sick of men kind of taking that approach, because what it does is it diminishes the real point that we're trying to make, which we're tired of living up to a standard that women aren't meeting, right? Instead of just saying that, right, we become red pill gentlemen, right? We don't nobody want your ass, and that's true, right? But that's not always true, because it could be a man that wants that. So you can't just you can't generalize that, right? And I feel like when men do that, you kind of look. I don't like to use this word. You look a little small, right? Because big men, we talk amongst each other. We're going to clown, and we're going to talk about how goofy you really look. But I'm not going to go out and be like, you did. I just feel like we got to start to watch that kind of messaging when we're out here communicating, because we don't want women to think that we bitter, because we really want change.
His thing was more of what women is towards us, though, as far as, like he ain't got this, or he ain't got that, or you know what I'm saying, he's not that good. And his comeback was, well, we don't want you. You know what I mean? That's because we don't want you. You know what I'm saying? Because you basically putting judgment on us or whatever. Someone you say you want a good man, but yet, you know what I'm saying, you only want him if he's got this or if he's got that. You know what I mean? So what now? What? Oh, let me get the comment. Do I need to go to the comments? Do I get anything?
So look at Jill's comment.
Oh, hold on, wait a minute. Which one? Hold on. Did I miss a few?
The first one right after Slow to Love. She said, I think there are good men out there. They are just older. It takes time to become a good man for the most part.
I agree. I agree. And it's subjective, because Slow to Love also said, what's a good man? I think it's subjective. What's good for you, right? What makes a man good to you? I think that is subjective, because some women like a man with money. That's a good man to them, right? There's women like a man that can be, romantic, a protector, a provider, all of that, right? I think it's subjective at this point in life. I don't think there's one right answer or a wrong answer. I think it's based on what you think a good man is. I feel I got my own definition of it, and I will share with y'all one of these days.
Well, I personally think that people these days are just too superficial to even allow a good man into their life, or to allow someone to you know what I mean, to develop into a good man. Everything is so superficial now. It's all about, okay, what they got, what this, what that, you know what I'm saying? And so, they've already said, women pass a good man because he's driving the bus.
No, for real.
You know what I'm saying? And there's just so many things out there. So of course, there of course there are good men out there, but it's just a matter of finding them. And just like as much as I kind of the superficial thing, one of the things I told my wife, I said, regardless of what people think, your first impression of somebody is going to be based on how they look.
Yeah.
That's the first thing you see. And so if you're not attracted to them, then it's not going to go any further than that. Now, if you work with someone, and I told my wife this too, I was like, if you work with someone, let's keep it like that. If you work with somebody, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they may not have been a person that you thought that you would even be attracted to at that point in time, but you spend so much time with them that you really found out, damn, she cool in the fan.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She a good partner, or he a good partner, because you got to know them past that superficial level.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we got
We got comments.
listen, no, but with this first, because I mean, there's a few on there that kind of I won't say disagree with you guys saying, because y'all, I mean, everything that you guys said makes sense as well. But this person shouts out to Qualified Classic 129. This needs to be said. He said this needs to be said, and it was executed perfectly. Be the great person first, so that you can become a magnet to attract that great person. To think that there is not that many of, start with self. Start with self. If you think that, right, you know what I'm saying, and I that's one of the reasons when sometimes I'll see a video or whatever. I know we laugh and joke and stuff like that or whatever was funny, but yes, but there's actually people in the comments that make sense. You know what I mean? And by him saying, be the great person first, so that you can become the magnet to attract. You know what I mean? Same thing of for the women. It goes both ways though. That's the thing. Although what I'm saying, we talking about just those women. Is there good men out there? It does go both ways. You know what I mean? So let's go next. What's he say? Knowledge, experience is key.
Mm-hmm.
Mom said disrespectful.
Yeah, it's
about it. Yeah, video, man, disrespectful.
Was it disrespectful? But it's true that there are men who ain't ish.
I agree.
See?
Exactly, 100%.
Jill Roger and Sprinkle of Young Ones. Why you gotta put your whole name down? Oh, that's slow to.
So the love was answering Jill. Yeah.
All right. Nick said, "Good men are created from good people, experience, knowledge, and maturity."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. We got a bunch of laughs. I don't know why y'all laughing, but anyway, we got it. Good men don't disrespect women. Good men aren't ignorant. Good men don't talk about being a good man. They show it.
Mm-hmm.
True that.
Exactly.
But was that actually the question though? Nobody said it was. The question was, are there good men out there? Because that's what she was saying. Like it's not that good men out there, and he was saying there are good men. They're just not looking at you. That's right. What he said. Why y'all keep laughing at me, man? That's what it said. That's what he said. That's
no, I understand where he was going with it. He went on DM, but I do. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
It's because you look at it in the wrong place. It's superficial. I agree. Black Will. Mom said, I believe that men are evolving and changing a lot. And you have to find a man who is a great man, not a boy. It's really about who you are and where your standards are. I agree, Mom.
True.
Great point. I agree.
Exactly, Black Liv. It's about if you want to go and grow with him, because iron sharpens iron and you make each other better.
Yes,
that's true.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
Well, that's all I had.
Yeah. And we good. We did good, didn't we?
Oh, yeah. Yes, there are good men out there. They're selective. Oh, see?
I don't know.
See, Nick said there's a selective few. That's exactly what those girls
brothers
said.
Out here, man. There's some good brothers out here. And I've been doing more of a job of trying to follow, right? Because I was.
Is there pressure on men in order to be known as a good man?
Nah, I don't think it.
No, I don't think so.
You made a great point.
No?
A good man is gonna be a good man. He already knows.
Right.
He's gonna just show what that is. I think that there's, as Mom said, there are a lot of men like myself who are on a journey to grow to be better men, right? And to be husbands and change the narrative of what it looks like to be men. You know what I'm saying? So I think that it's going to take a lot of patience for that change and transition because it's quite difficult.
You know, I'm looking at this comment with Jill just now. She said, yes,
What?
they are, but you have to be healed to find them. They don't want someone broken.
That goes back to that video. They just don't want your ass.
Right. See, now that's coming from a female now.
Yeah.
I'm laughing hoo ha ha, but that thanks, Jill.
Jill, don't condone this man's behavior.
So if that video come from some women, I can understand that, but them dudes are just clowning.
They was trying to get answers like we are. They get answers like we are. What are you talking about?
Crazy. They clipped it up crazy. I think if
they get answers like we are.
If it would have lacked, if you would have took away the laughing and all of that, like it would have.
Y'all the one laughed.
No, I'm talking about in the actual clips. The clips was funny
at the very beginning. Yeah.
Crazy.
Go ahead, Jerry Burnett. Who's that?
It says,
"What's up, Jerry?
It's also generational. I grew up without a dad, and I believe I turned out fine. But I'm still working on myself. I realize I have things to work on and I got time to grow as a person. 50-50, both sides.
Well said, Jerry. Well said.
Good job, Jerry. Good job.
Right for tapping in. That's
Appreciate
what's up.
that.
That's what's up. Nick says social media created a lot of broken people.
I think people were already broken. It's just highlighted it.
No, it's just been seen. It's out there. Because if you before social media, you didn't know
half
how
of us
were
were raised broken. So let's be honest, right? Let's be honest. Let's really talk about how we weren't all the way given the proper encouragement at home. We weren't all taught emotional intelligence at home, right? So let's be honest with all of us, right? All of in this chat. Have had some sense of brokenness in their household. So
we have.
We all have to be aware of that and understand that no one is susceptible, right? To this, right? It's based on how your upbringing is, and if you weren't brought up the right way, you are subject to being broken.
True.
Right.
Period.
Who's winning, Woody? I see you watching the game, though.
Boy, hey, we win at 13-7, but
that's what's up. All right, this is it. All right, this is it, y'all. Guess what we got? We got a dear brothers and sisters. That's what's up.
No. What's that, man? Put the volume up on the claps. Tell Phil put the volume up on the claps, Black Will.
That wasn't up. That wasn't up.
No, we can't hear.
No, it wasn't up, man. We ain't in the claps.
Well, damn. That's not up.
No.
He can hear it. I don't know how he can hear it.
Huh?
Is it hooked up to the board?
Well, anyway, dear brother and sister, y'all make me mess up the caption here. Should we live with someone for at least 2 years to decide if that's the person you want to marry? That's what someone's asked. What's up, Carrie? I see you, Carrie, on Facebook. Come on over here to YouTube, girl, and put your comment in. All right, y'all. Should we live with someone for at least 2 years to decide if that's the person you want to marry?
What you got, Phil?
Ooh, I got a lot of comments over here. That's what I got. Yes, they're good. Oh, okay. A part of me say, put it this way. Okay, I can only go by my experience. Okay, me and my daughter's mom, we didn't live with each other first before we got married. Because it was kind of like, the whole religion thing, whatever, we don't shack up before, we don't have sex before, blah, blah, blah. Our marriage, you know how long our marriage lasts, right? Everybody know? Nobody knows? Y'all don't remember? It was not a year. It wasn't a year. We moved in with each other, and when we moved to Atlanta, and when we moved to Atlanta, we found out that we were definitely on different pages as what it looked like to be in a marriage, or what it felt like to be in a marriage. Now, had I maybe lived together for a couple of years or whatever, I would have found that out maybe sooner, but I didn't. Because I was trying to do the religious thing, right thing, or whatever. You know what I mean? And although we still, you know, we broke up as friends. We broke up. You know, it wasn't no drama or anything like that. Well, at the beginning it was, because we tried to go to therapy, and the therapist was more, you know how when the therapist was more on my side than hers, she didn't like that. Went to a second therapist, more on my side than hers. She didn't like that. So it ended up being a divorce, because I wasn't going to stay in something that I know that I'm at least think I'm partially right about, you know, and that you're not even willing to take accountability of in this relationship to at least try to fix it. Because unless we both have accountability of our wrongness or whatever in the relationship, we can't, and it's not going to be able to fix. We're not going to be able to fix. You know, so understanding that this is the way I'm going to live, and understanding that that's the way that you're going to live, it's okay. We ain't got to fight. We ain't got to have, you know, have all this extra crazy stuff, custody with my daughter and all this stuff. No, just agree to disagree and move on and live your life the way you feel that you dreamed of, that you wanted. And I would do the same, you know, and that's basically what happened with our relationship. So it didn't last a year. We was done within a year. You know what I mean? And we could have found that out maybe if we lived together or whatever, you know, but we didn't. So I'm kind of like both, you know, ends of that when it comes to, you know, living with someone for a couple of years first before you find out if you really want to marry. But I think that a person that lives with someone for a while has a better inkling on whether they really want to be with that person or not.
I agree.
What do you guys think?
Black Lip, you gonna go? I go.
I mean, I was talking about that. Nah, you shouldn't do all that.
Yeah, y'all talking shit before the show. Go on, talk what y'all talking.
Exactly. Me personally, I say no.
Why?
You know what I'm saying? I say, and I mean, I kind of, I get what you're saying and what's going on, but to me, it's kind of like the whole thing that you need to learn how to live apart before you can live together.
What do you mean?
I mean, if you date for a year or date for 2 years or something like that, that's cool. And that lets you know that, okay, you dealing with this person on that level.
Right.
When you move into somebody's house, like I said, I got a friend now that keeps moving bum dudes into her house. And you know, 3, 4, 5 years later, it still ain't nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
The relationship hasn't grown. It's just,
exactly. The relationship hasn't grown. And it's still trash.
But you know what? I bet she ain't trying to marry you.
Well, they engaged and they've been engaged for 5 years.
They'd be wrong on that one. They are engaged.
And been engaged for several years.
Maybe he's not as much of a bum as we may think. Then, if she's
no. I'm just saying, I'm not calling the current one a bum. But to me, you know, when you move into somebody else's house and you just crash for like 5 years, you a bum.
Okay, but shouldn't she have an inkling of whether she want to marry that person or not?
Not right now, she don't. I mean, they got, you know, they going through some counseling and stuff.
Because they're working on their relationship.
Yeah.
Going through process.
Yeah.
All because they're living together.
I think we got some great comments in here. I know,
right?
The comment.
Hold on, don't skip too far. Where you at?
No, I'm not going nowhere. I was going to just kind of.
Because Jill said just a year.
Yeah, I was just going to kind of go with just a year as well. I say yes as well, but I think it should be a combination, kind of a double approach. I think learning how to date apart for a year and then moving in for a year. I think that because I think dating apart and living together is two different things. You find out different stuff. A friend of mine brought up some great shit, great things that you don't even think about, right? What if that person's snoring? You just can't bear snoring. Right, you have to get and stay with them, and if they leave the toilet seat up as a woman, right? It's a lot of things that you gotta feel like you cool with.
If you can't
can
bear
deal with it.
snoring, man, you need to just say, hey, baby, here, put this on your nose.
Yeah.
I'm
Here.
saying,
But
of
if
course, a lot of those things can be changed,
Fixed.
but I'm saying
Yeah.
a lot of those things can be fixed. But I'm saying when you're in a relationship or when you're living in a home together, it gives you a different insight into kind of like something Jill said back in the darkness, right? Because we go through our darkest moments sometime. In that year apart, she may not never see me, right, go through one of my dark moments. And in that house, when she sees me go through that dark moment and she can't process it and she sees me as a weak man, I just lost my woman. You get what I'm saying?
Which is
bound
to happen regardless.
But not trying to put you on the whole level, but even if y'all dating, I know you spend the night at her crib, she spend the night at your crib, the snoring stuff and all of that.
It's not the same.
It's still a different because
it's not the same.
You get a break.
No, because when you live with someone, you're sharing household duties, you're sharing everything or whatever. This is a prime example. As y'all know, when people started living and staying at home with each other during the pandemic, do you know how high the divorce rate went up after that?
Yeah.
Because they didn't live with each other before. Or if they did, they didn't spend a lot of time.
But those also people got another thing about this that we missing too, y'all, is a lot of them people got married for the wrong reasons.
Exactly.
And they never really had time to get into real relationship problems. Because that's what your relationship gonna
then
have.
they probably would have.
Guess what your relationship gonna have. But even when you live together and you work long schedules and you work, y'all never at home.
Only spending a couple hours with
It's
each
a
other.
certain, you have to be, and Black Living Jill will be able to contest to this. You got to be able to come in there and sometimes not be able to like each other and still be able to work through some shit. Period. No matter
I ain't gonna like.
That's you thinking a perfect relationship. No relationship is perfect. No matter how listen what I'm saying. No matter how healed, no matter how unbroken a person is, you think one day you're gonna come in, they're gonna frustrate the shit out of you, and you're not gonna care for them like that. And guess what happens? The relationship just started then. Because now we have to really we gotta really
like
talk.
each other in order to get.
We gotta really talk because we don't like each other now. We're not seeing eye to eye. It's not the lovey-dovey phase, right? That is when the relationship starts, y'all. And I think that, to go to your point, a lot of people got divorced because they realized, oh, I don't really want to be in a relationship. It's too much accountability. It's too trying. I really gotta sacrifice. I really gotta be. You feel what I'm saying? I gotta show up.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So look at Mom just said. I think you should not shack because if you're communicating, you will know in the first year if you're compatible to live together. Deal breakers are irritation and other things should be discussed.
I don't know. I think it can be.
I like a 1-on-1.
The whole intertwining of your finances.
You know what? Your communication though, when you're not together or you're not in a house or what, all that is fun. It's good. It's, you know what I'm saying. Everything is okay, but things changes when you actually live with somebody, no matter what. You know what I'm saying? So if you know that once you live with somebody for a certain amount of time, you kind of know if you want to marry that person or not. If that person that you're going to be with the rest of your life. You kind of know that. But if you just dating and you communicating, you know what I'm saying? Everything can be good because we're not around each other 24/7. But when you around, when I got to come home and I got to see your face, and when I get up in the morning, I got to see your face, I got to love that. I got to want to be around that. You know what I mean?
No, for real.
So if you didn't do that and you get married and you get that, you might think like, shit, damn, what did I do? I ain't trying to be around this shit. She's around all the time. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, you might have that attitude or whatever because you didn't really give it a try. You know? So
didn't you get intertwined financially with someone that you were not married to?
What do you mean?
What the you know exactly what the hell I mean.
I've been telling you to get your cousin all show.
I know. Now wait a minute. Now this fool gonna catch amnesia. He talked that big game. Now he gonna get amnesia.
What do you mean? I don't know.
What are you talking about?
Hold on, man. Hold on. No, real talk. I did. But I lived with her. I knew that we weren't going to get married. You know why?
Hey,
Woody, why are you looking at me like that?
Why?
He said, I knew we weren't going to get married. But we live together anyway.
No.
That's the one that wanted to have kids?
Just the one that wanted to have kids. She changed. She switched on me. You know what I'm saying? So basically, like, I knew I could marry her, and I knew that in order to get what she wanted, we had to be married. I didn't have a problem us living together. You know, the things that we built together and stuff that was fine. But, you know, when you just throw in a monkey wrench or whatever, after something that we discussed at the very beginning of the relationship, you know, you have every right to change your mind. You know, but you have every right to, you know, and I have every right to say yes if we do it right.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't want to do it right, then you don't want to be with me, which means that you was only with me just to reel me in, you know, just to manipulate me into getting what you want.
So that goes to what Jill said. That assumes everyone is honest about who they are.
Mm-hmm.
So she wasn't. I know she may have changed over the years.
But she
wasn't honest about who she really was.
Right. She really wanted to change.
And that's something that you could have figured that out living in your spot and her living in her spot.
No,
y'all could have figured that. You don't think you could have figured that out?
No, not if they're keeping that.
Because if they're keeping it in that deep, get in.
Yeah, some people keep shit in so deep to the point where they think, oh well, if I do this and if I do that, then there's no way he's gonna say no. He's done fallen in love with me now. He's got, you know what I'm saying? I got him where I want him.
Yeah.
You know, his finances, my finances together. If he leave, he's gonna lose this. He's gonna lose that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, bitch, bye, because I'm gone. Because I'm not gonna be manipulated. Excuse my French. Manipulated into what you want in the relationship.
Yeah, you already said it. Go ahead. Yeah.
Patrice, what's up? No, man, that's because I've been through it. I lived it. That's why I say yes. I did know that I could marry this person. Because I was living with her for 5 years, you know, and it really didn't take 5 years. But if we would have got married within 2 years or whatever, and she threw that monkey wrench on, we would have broke up 2 years ago. 2 years earlier, 2 years sooner. We wouldn't have made it. You know what I'm saying? But that's what we would have known just by living together. You know what I mean? At least a year. Latrice said at least a year, enough time for you guys to get comfortable. That's how you know if you can deal with all their flaws. Understanding if you guys can coexist and permanently.
I agree.
Yeah, at least
Good
a
job,
year.
sis.
Yeah. Who's this? Mom said. We got a lot of comments, y'all. We're gonna get through it before we burn out. Pre-engagement counseling before marriage. This way, no losses because you will cause you what you to expect. Yes. I think I wish with my daughter's mom. You know, did we go to counseling before the marriage? Yeah, because we went to the preacher. You go to pastor for the counseling and stuff like that. Whatever.
But counseling don't necessarily prep you
Doesn't
for flaws.
prep you for right.
No.
Right.
That's another, and I kind of feel like a relationship guru now because I actually did it. Like none of that shit helped in real time, y'all. Like in real time, y'all gotta like each other enough to listen to each other's gripes. Period. You have to care enough for someone to listen to how they truly feel about how you either offended them, how you've made them sad, how you've made them happy, right? You have to be open to that before you can do anything else. Like Jill said,
I'm sorry. Go ahead. My bad.
Jill said, so it's good they didn't get married yet. I know exactly what she's talking about. I agree. 5 years is a cold time. I'm
you talking about me?
No.
We're talking about the friends that have been engaged for 5 years.
Hey, tell them keep up, Jill. Tell them keep up, Jill.
Go ahead. What do you hit that?
I say yes or live separately. Slow to Love says, I say yes or live separately, and you spend a night at each other's home, see how each other live, but definitely live together because they may have bad habits.
Yeah, like you were saying, but like
I get that, but like I said, to me, look,
Woody, did y'all live together before y'all got married?
We did, but no. But she still maintained her crib. So if shit went south, back you go.
But y'all still,
you know what I'm saying? You can't. That to me, that's what's imperative to me. You should always have somewhere to go. That's your safe haven, especially while you dating. I don't get the whole. I mean,
the question that's not the question though. The question is, y'all tried it before y'all actually knew that that's the person you wanted to be with.
Yeah.
Once you started living together, you was looking at her the next day like, damn, that's my baby. I'm going, yeah, that's mine. You knew.
But if it would have flipped, she could have carried her ass back to.
Well, that's fine. But that's what the point is you took the test.
Oh, you most definitely, yeah.
So you took the test, but then yet you just said that it's not cool.
No, I don't. Yeah, you're right. I don't agree with it. I don't believe in it. I did it, and it worked out for me. But I mean, it may not work out for everybody. Uh-oh, fuel froze. Looks like I'm carrying this show by myself. Let me see. So Slow to Love said, I'm never sharing my bank account and I barely want to have a joint account. You manage money, I manage my money, and we put it together when we need to. Slow to Love, you are absolutely correct. And it's the same thing that I told my daughters. I told my daughters that you should always, and it's not trying to hide money or anything like that. Even when you get married, you need to have your own account. And your husband, he can have his own account. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to combine all that stuff. And it's not a matter of hiding money or anything like that. It's just a matter of you should always be able to count your own chips. That's the way I look at it. All right. Mom said, listen, when it comes to the baby conversation, pre-counseling, having accountability couples around you so you don't go down the rabbit hole. I agree with that, Mom, 100%. Mom also said, yes, it does. If you go to a couple who has been married for several years, you can be counseled. You can't be counseled by a single person. I agree with that 110%. That when you getting counseled by somebody that doesn't have a successful relationship, to me, there's something that's always kind of weird about that. You should be counseled by either someone that's married or someone that is not trying to counsel you about being married when they don't have any experience with it at all. So right now, I guess we're going to wait on Fuel to get back into the show. Give me 1 second, you guys. Yo, I can't hear you. No sound. Hello, hello, hello.
Just forget the parade, and all the reasons start to fade.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Reasons, the show where you can give your reasons why you think what you feel about what we're talking about today. We should know this, man. We say no.
Dear brother, how do y'all deal with erectile dysfunction when you're in a relationship?
I wouldn't know how to do it unless I had it. And remember,